President Trump putting police under federal control in Washington, D.C. following a string of recent violence. In May, the murder of this young couple outside the Capitol Jewish Museum. The man charged was accused of yelling "Free Palestine" as he gunned down this young couple, Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky. 19-year-old former Doge worker Edward Korestein, the victim of an attempted carjacking earlier this month. Two 15-year-old suspects were arrested, but we've heard what generally happens in that situation from Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. attorney now in the region. And this is a photo of Eric Tarpinian-Jachym. President Trump spoke specifically about this young man today. He was shot and killed on the street in June, just about a mile from the White House, right in the center of everything, in the middle of D.C., where all the tourists go. He was 21 years old. He was in the middle of an internship at a congressional office, obviously an honor and something that his whole family was excited about. He was caught in the crossfire, and they have not made any arrests, the police, in the case of the loss of this 21-year-old young man who is much beloved, obviously, by the people in this photo. And his mother, Tamara, joins me now. Tamara, thank you very much for joining us. Tell me what goes through your heart and mind as you watch President Trump talking about taking over control of the D.C. police and adding National Guard to the street after this incredibly tragic, life-changing loss that your family has endured in the loss of Eric.
Well, first of all, I want to say it was more than one bullet. He had multiple gunshot wounds. So it was not one bullet, which is even more horrific.
Yes.
When I heard the news today, and he mentioned my son, not by name, and mentioned the others who have been victims of violent crime, I was so happy. And I looked at Eric's ashes, and I said, Eric, you haven't died in vain. Things will change so other people are safe when they go visit DC or work in DC. And that's my goal, to make people safe. And they were all, President Trump was 100% spot on with what he said.
So in terms of this crime, this murder, and I'm glad that you pointed out once again that there were a lot of bullets in young Eric's body, which I can't imagine as a mother how excruciating that was for you. So it wasn't like he just got picked off by one stray bullet. It was a brutal crime that took your son's life, and they believe that he was not the person that they were looking for. It was another 16-year-old. What's going on with this investigation? Are there cameras in that area? It is in the heart of downtown DC. Is there surveillance video of what happened?
All I know is from what the Miss Smith said, I think she's the police chief, is that there are cameras from what I heard from her July 3rd interview, and they're grainy. That's all I know. I know nothing. I know nothing about what's happening. I don't know exactly how many bullets hit my son. All I know is from what the death certificate says, several bullet wounds. I don't know where he was hit, but I have an idea. I know nothing. And maybe that's for the better, so they can catch this person or these persons. I am praying it will happen. And all I can say is that I don't know if there's shot spotters in that area either. I know that cabbies had told me that is a dangerous area at night. They're afraid. When we were in DC to go ID Eric's body, I asked them to drive me by the convention center so I could see where my son was laying. And they said it's dangerous. The cab drivers and the Uber drivers, they both said it. It's dangerous at night. They said it starts about 9:30 at night.
So she said that, do you feel like you're getting enough feedback from the investigators, the detectives who are working on this case? Give me a sense of whether or not you're satisfied with what you're hearing.
I'm satisfied with Miss Jeanine Pirro. She doesn't pull punches. She's for victims. And I respect that woman. And I respect what she told me. It's going to take a long time, Mrs. Jachym. We're going to do our due diligence. and I believe her. She is for victims. And I did hear from Maura Healey, my governor, who used to be the Attorney General, and she said, Tamara, this takes time and you need to be patient and you don't want things rushed. And I agree with that. I think, we have to take our time, and we want a case so that somebody pays whoever did this is found, and that they don't get off on a technicality.
Absolutely not. And I can only imagine and how much patience it takes for you to wait. But you're right. Jeanine Pirro is very so competent and so on this issue in DC, and you can just tell that she wants so badly to make this a safer city. What about when you listen to Mayor Bowser and others say, crime has gone down in DC? This situation is being painted completely wrong according to them. What do you say to that? What would you say to her?
Well, I listened to her, and she didn't cite the 2024 statistics, which they say are 24% off. That they're not accurate, just like the gentleman you had prior to me.
Right.
The problem is we're from other parts of the country. The interns are from other parts of the country. They didn't know how dangerous DC was. It was like a well-kept secret, if you want my honest opinion. People come from all over the world. I think, these people protesting. I mean, who doesn't want their city safe? So maybe these people lock themselves in their houses at 4 p.m. They don't want to go out. I don't know, but I like to walk at night. Eric liked to walk at night and go get an ice cream at the wharf. People should be able to move around DC and not be fearful of getting shot at, mugged, raped. And I don't care about their statistics. You can skew statistics any way you want. And I was right. They skewed them in 2024. So that's what I have to tell her.
Tamara, we thank you for being here, and we just, our heart break for you, the loss of your young son. I'm sure you were also proud of him. He was a wonderful young man, you can just tell, and he wanted to go to Washington and work on Capitol Hill, and that's a dream that a lot of young people have, and his interest in the government and the world around him is something that he should be remembered for. And we thank you so much for speaking with us today, and please accept our deepest condolences on the loss of your young son.
Well, thank you very much, and the family thanks you for being so kind to our family, and we just want DC to be safe for others and other interns and anybody. So hopefully this will all work out for the better of DC. Thank you.
Very strong woman, Tamara. Thank you so much. We'll take a break now. We'll be right back.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.